Ya, yang tahu sama lagi nggak copyright biasanya mah kena, tapi nggak apa-apa. Seperti biasa nggak apa-apa. Jadi tidak perlu khawatir masalah copyright. Welcome back, masih di live, dan yang tahu TV-nya atau video klipnya itu nggak banyak loh. Ini itu yang ini Shingeki no Kyojin opening 1. Shingeki no Kyojin opening 1. Yang tahu ini cuma satu video di YouTube yang beneran video klip. Yang lainnya mah kan cuma lagu versi full terus di upload cuma pakai gambar biji gitu ya buat backgroundnya. Itu cuma 100.000 yang nonton. Sedangkan yang itu bisa sampai jutaan. Ini udah 6 tahun, udah 7 tahun lagunya. Yang nonton masih 100.000. Jadi memang banyak yang nggak tahu. Kalau sih biasanya dipotong-potong sama YouTube ya. Halo, Satwich, welcome back. Seperti biasa video ini sponsor oleh para member Ali Tomcat, Aidan dan Saiful, Koala Panda, Faris Christopher, Raffi Ramadan, Azim Ai, sama Hani Hadi. Udah baca yang latest capture? Sudah. Saya mau telepon. Aduh, ya. Lagi gini. 500.755. 1.500.575. Bang kalau nggak salah 1.500.575. Heeh. Enggak. Dia udah ditutup lagi gitu. Udah ditutup lagi. Jadi dia cuma sekali ring udah itu udah. Oke. Welcome back. Tahu lagi dari Osu. Nah, ada yang tahu dari Osu, ada yang tahu dari mana. Jadi yang kalau yang benar-benar tahu video klipnya, ada sebenarnya video klipnya. Ya memang nggak terlalu ini. Sudah mulai sensitif ya, kalau bilang mulai sensitif overall mah iya sih. Tapi itu bukan gara-gara orang yang dulunya nggak baperan jadi baperan. Tapi memang orang biasanya yang datang, norminya yang makin banyak, makanya kelihatannya kayak, jadi mungkin secara ini mah yang memang orang-orang internet, benar-benar orang internet, jumlahnya segitu-segitu aja, atau mungkin ya nambah gitu, cuman yang ininya yang nambah, bocahnya yang nambah gitu. Itu sih gampangnya mah. Di secara statistik orangnya sama, tapi normisnya yang nambah. Ya, kok kalah tetap sih? Kok kalah tetap? Yeay. That's not a good sign. Aduh, oke, bagus lah. Terus ini lobby cium deh. Tidak tahu, ya, dan tidak tahu aturan, dan ada juga ini gitu. Yeay, langsung login. Lama tuh main pura-pura login. Studio Secretary Merger. Ya, mari kita lihat kayak gimana ininya sekarang. Lagi-lagi ini cewek mabok. Sekarang di rel kereta. Ya, dulu mah toxic untuk shit dan giggles itu karena memang acting, kan nggak bener-bener ini.
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your head, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your head. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside the railroad line. 40-year-old white man.
Right, Skipper.
Oke, ini skipper ya, nah bosnya yang di Madagaskar juga sama ya tuh, si bosnya skipper namanya.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to
Orang
come to
biar tahu
terms
lagi,
with
nggak
the
tahu
fact
nanti
that he's
deh.
wearing no clothes.
Yang mau dilanjut tuh ini sih, apa namanya? Sonic mau saya tamatin tuh, cuman baru satu yang saya iniin. Let's see. Street crime as usual, apa ini? Kok ada titik birunya? Oh, lokasi saya. Description location. Entah itu dah. Keluar phone broker ya, nanti aja. Saya mau keluar dulu bisa nggak?
Can you drive to this one?
Baru satu yang saya tamatin kan. Oke.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3.
Okay.
Identify.
Code
This is car
3 lagi.
11K. We're on the help call.
11K. Shots
Awas
fired.
pak, si bapak.
6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and
Ya.
Lindley Place. Repeat. Shots fired. Officer down. 11K.
Mana? Oh, dulu. Kalau speedrun belajarnya lama. Aimnya pada buruk nih. Iya. Lagi di polisinya nggak ini deh.
That alleyway leads to the rear of the building, sir. Someone's gonna have to climb up and take him down.
Good luck. Don't let him get a beat on you like I did.
Belum bisa di pause ini. Oke. Ada Wilkins sama Alicia. Itu berarti ini jangan kalau dari tahunnya mungkin nggak mau nggak gerak nggak jalan pak. Kenapa gini banget?
Get over here, will you?
Zigzag pak, naik. Ya begitulah. Kita doang yang bingung. Saya pada bego. Kabur dia. Woi, alah nggak? M-nya nggak sampai tinggi-tinggi amat, cuma sampai segitu. Nggak bisa sampai ke atas.
You like killing cops?
Oh, Nope. Type Oh, naik juga sih bapak. Good headshot. Let's go. Woo. Yang saya ampas. Ya, dia mau bikin VR. Saya mau ceritanya di ini sih, harusnya di apa? Ceritanya ditambah sama mungkin mekaniknya ada yang ditambah apalah gitu. Oke, nice. Let's go then. Mana tadi ininya ya? Salah tab. Location. Bukan prequel, tapi selagi masih tekan silakan Indonesia sudah dikenal sebagai war hero dan sudah. Oh, port broker ya. Kita kemana dulu ya? Kita ke Loblon and Jolie, source for evidence tip off. Ya sini dulu deh, ke ini dulu. Let's go. Pak nyetir pak.
You can drive. You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Ya bisa aja, bukan GTA 6. Tapi ini kalau ini sih mereka sudah punya engine ya. Paling diupdate doang biar lebih bagus. Waalaikumsalam.
Follow me.
Ya untungnya dia yang nyetir. betul tengah ini ya, tengah-tengah rel. Kalau dari cutscene mabok tuh ibu, mabok dia sampai sini, dan somehow nggak ada yang nabrak. Untungnya mati sama orang.
Hard,
Oke.
isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Oke, let's see. Kita lokasi awalnya udah dikasih 2, jangan-jangan tempat yang satu lagi ada yang penting ini. Jadi kalau gitu kita jangan dulu nanya liquor
This is
store.
shit for personal items, not booze. It's not even worth investigating.
Large suitcase, small suitcase, bedroll, pillow, plain bed sheet, photo frame, bawahnya apa, hairbrush, bowling pin, makeup, clothes, Evelyn Summer. Buat game mungkin. Dia mau pindah rumah ini. Kalau kayak gini, koper gede 2, perut 1 tuh, bedroll, bantal. Iya, ini daftar lebih kayak daftar bawaan daripada daftar belanjaan. Mak, huh? Yeah, something like that. Mana tuh? Itu katanya ada tulisan tuh.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mensch bar. Corner 9th and Main. Let's see. KTP ada 2. 1 2 aja apa ini? Surat Dev 2122 St. David Street, Bridgeport. Dear Evelyn, I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last part. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. But I'm not writing to harass and accuse. I'm writing to apologize. Also, surat permintaan maaf. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl and what she is doing to herself. You are destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it is harder for me to watch than you can imagine. But only God Almighty above us is Almighty to judge.
Get
And
her to come home.
kalangan tulisannya, and so I beg your forgiveness. I've been in contact with a sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. You only need to check yourself in. Oh, jadi minta maaf masalah kondisi, katanya dia ngerusak ininya sendiri dan kontak sama sanitarium di Connecticut dan sobek cuma setengah. Dia kalau ini bukan gara-gara berantem, karena memang dia nggak mau sama istri.
Could go
Film
over to the lot
company.
and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult,
Like
Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Oh, oke. Tapi dia masih nyimpan itu dari sejak katanya kalau tempatnya tutup 1941 dan ini sekarang 1947. Berarti sudah tutup cukup lama. Pak, gimana Pak? Let's see. Bekas cincin.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Kembali ada ini. Halo Ali. Saya udah lihat sebenarnya, cuman baru ini. Buka kepala ya.
Very good.
Wah,
There
apa?
is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Dia minum
The
banyak.
autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state
Okay.
the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Time of death kurang lebih jam 2 plus minus 2 jam. Tan ini. Ntar ya Pak, ada ini dulu. Dasar. Lagi bajunya enggak ya, enggak. Oke, dan darahnya enggak gitu Mas, saya mau ke sana. Gimana Pak?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age. Lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any
Strangulation.
idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Setelah midnight, tadi dia bilang mungkin sekitaran jam 2. Ada muncrat di sini nih. Yuk.
Splatter on the carriage.
Silakan.
She must have been struck while standing up.
Ya, berdiri berarti. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ada ini ke bawah juga. Sudah, Pak. Dasar. Let's see.
Nice day for it.
Apa ini? Apa Pak? Apa yang Bapak lihat Pak di bawah ini Pak? Saya lihat itu ada barang di bawah tapi kayaknya enggak ya. Jangan ngomong aja. Yalah, jangan ngomong aja.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Korek api?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Tapi iya ini kayak korek api nih. Ya, mereka pakai engine yang lebih bagus tapi jadi susah bikinnya. Itu biasanya makanya
Optimistic, Cole.
mereka tidak punya sampel PC yang banyak. PC yang di sana terlalu bagus. Jadi bug-bug yang di PC-PC normal nggak pada kelihatan. Oke. Kayak daripada kita tanyain kita satu tempat lagi deh. Mungkin nyambung. Jadi kita kalau kasih yang satu lagi. Tadi apa? Pawnbroker ya ini. Global Jewelry, source evidence tip off. Oke. Let's see.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Ya kayaknya mabok terus dipukul. Kalau dari ininya memang bau alkoholnya katanya kuat tadi. Kita lihat. Chains and rings, loans. Mari kita
How can I help you boys?
buat pinjaman ini. Apa gadai?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Ada cincinnya ya, oke.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Oke.
Thanks for the tip.
Ini ya, brand dari pembuatnya. Ini juga ada.
Does this mark mean anything?
Oh, 22K.
Oh,
Itu
Mark.
mah ininya.
Gives you an idea of the quality.
Ya. 22 karat.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Oke. Baik kalau begitu. Kita kembali ke crime scene baru kita tanyain. Mungkin itu perlu. Pawn ring, handbag, jadi cincinnya dijual. Pawn shop biasanya emang nggak terlalu ini sih. Jual biasanya nggak terlalu.
You know the way.
Ini, Pak.
You can drive.
Halo, Warai? Atau
We have a problem.
Oh, kanal 13
Could have the
maksud saya.
local troop.
Mari kita tanya. Pencet set. Nice. Bapak ini ya, Bapak Negro ini katanya, lihat ya. Bukan.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Dia nungguin kita cuma buat ngomong gitu doang, itu udah aja gitu ya. Jadi lihat bapak ini berdiri di sini gitu ya. Jadi dia ngelapor, makanya nggak boleh ini.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
Fetish
I
jangan-jangan.
was kissing her.
Ah.
It's not against the
Fetish.
law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against it.
beating like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Lipstiknya. Oke.
Classic Carmine.
Classic Carmine. Fetish kata saya juga.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop. Don't hit him.
Oke.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Well, yang dia lakukan juga kimo, tapi ini jujur sih dia. Jadi, oke.
Take any money?
Wasn't any to take.
Gak
I
ada.
found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Oke.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Matanya banyak larak lirik nih. Ada apa lagi nih?
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead.
Ya, nggak
I
gitu
came
juga
through here
gitu.
about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
Clyde.
Me and some
get this
friends
sack
of
shit
mine
into a
katanya ya.
cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Dia masuk bukan gara-gara pastikan dia pelakunya ya. Cuman ya, oke. Ada aja. Kita telepon.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Karena operator gini tuh udah cepet ininya. Kalau ya saya pernah telepon layanan ini kan yang nanya telepon yang nomor telepon 108 kalau nggak 109 bukan 108 itu dia juga kerjanya cepet sih. Ini ada hidden vehicle satu saya jadi penasaran nih karena nggak jauh ya. Saya pengen tahu hidden vehicle-nya bagus atau enggak. So let's see liquor store. Gimana kalau kita jalan ke sana ke sini dulu? Halo Rehan. Jalan ke sini dulu karena dekat terus kita lihat mobilnya kayak gimana nanti kita ganti. Baru kita auto ke sana. Wah.
We should keep this development with the ring under our hat until we speak with the captain. We're all on the same team, Rusty. Chain of command, Phelps. Skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
You get it, I just don't like it. Oke. Hai kakak katanya. Biasa Rehan. Keluar kanan langsung ke kiri. Nanti ada ini. Oke. Tuh.
All units in the vicinity in any Century unit. A 211 and shots fired 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identify.
Mana tadi belah. Kasih tahu sih hidden vehicle nggak di apa? Nggak di hide, kan bisa aja di hide. Dalam sini, dalam pom bensin. Itu mungkin tuh dalam situ tuh. Itu ada mobil. Kelihatannya bagus. Kayak ini ya, dalam-dalam ini ya. Nah, pintunya nggak bisa dibuka yang ini. Oh, ada logo polisinya. Angel City Security. Oh, this looks good. Sekilas kayak mobil Batman ini. Ayo Pak naik ah. Suara mesinnya ini dong. Coba jalan-jalan pakai ini dikit ya. Mana sih ininya? Oh, agak jauh juga. Ya lurus aja, ini bisa lewat sini nih. Sekaliannya kali ya. Woi, baru keluar. Tuh. Lewat aja ya, nggak apa-apa ya. Yang penting jangan nabrak kan. Kalau speed sih saya nggak ngerasa beda, sama-sama aja. Somehow saya nggak nabrak. Ya jarang saya jalan-jalan begini. Biasanya jauh tuh terus. Yuk, lagi ada kerjaan silakan. Malah lampunya nggak nyala, gimana cara nyalainnya? Oh, udah nyala-nyala.
You need to turn left at the next junction.
Yep. Mana? Oh ini nih. Ini agak lewat sedikit sebenarnya. Itu ya. Main lagi itu orang. Pak, mana Pak? Oh, ini belas. Unsuccessful hold up. Old man dia bilang.
I'm getting pretty tired of losing my weekly take to you punks.
Preman jangan. Let's go.
Ain't gonna last long in a tin shack.
Mana dia? Loh. Tuh, loh. Oh, ada jalan turun.
God damn it, they went down there.
Oh shit, pendadak horor.
Damn them, this is a $30 suit.
Saya ampas. Lari dia. Tidak kelihatan. Turun lagi, oke. Turun lagi. Oh, mereka mati ke ini, enggak. Top up. Oh iya. Ntar ada yang top up. Alah nggak bisa diin lagi. ada yang beli dulu jadinya, terus tetap keluar bisa di ini. Mana ini? Lo kok basah? Basah kena tinta ini. Dan sekali. Tar ya. Ini ya lama. Biasa kalau gini. 77. Oke. Oke. Tutup ini, buka lagi ini. Launch. Bisa berapa menit ini doang ini, belum kemana. Kasusnya belum kemana. Tahun 2011. Studio Secretary Murder. Harusnya nge-save sih, at least di depan ininya. Kayak ini. Well, di sini nggak apa-apa sih. Tapi ya main juga ini, lama ini. Liquor store sudah jadi destination. Adalah nggak jadi dapat mobilnya kalau gitu, let's go. Lewat aja.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Ini game ini somehow tidak bisa delete tab. Kalau delete tab, ketika dia back lagi ke layar ini, mouse-nya nggak masuk. Jadi mouse-nya selalu keluar window. Jadi dia pasti kalau tab terus. Mana dia? Episode 1 atau episode 2 gitu. Kayak gitu.
The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Just don't like it.
Alsinov. Mari kita masuk.
What can I do for you? LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Dia punya barang di sini. Oke. Menarik juga dia. Punya barang di sini. Lumina jadi fatui.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Well, dia literally sempat tinggal di sini. Kalau kayak gini mah udah kayak makeshift kos-kosan ini. Dia benar nyimpen barang di sini. Dia sama anaknya, sepertinya. Oke. Ini buku apa?
Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
Aristotle.
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Dua.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, ya. Oke. Itu apa
She
ini?
wasn't always such a loner.
Foto ini ya. Foto sobat. Bowling pin. Oh, tar. Kalau daftar barang-barangnya kayak yang di kayak bond tadi ya. Bowling pin ada. Apa hubungannya barangnya ini? Rollings bowling. Ini kita bakal kesini nanti nih.
Rollins Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Oke. Memang tempat bowl
I'm
ini.
guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Ya, ada template begini berarti dia kerja di tempat yang butuh template, dan kalau dari bahannya yang kayu gini kayaknya tempatnya cukup bagus. Dan
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
legal copyrights for music. Oke. Oke. Di pialanya detailnya kurang gitu, jadi kelihatan kayak burik. Ya, itu udah. Ini juga udah. Oke. Kita bisa ditanyain mungkin ya. Jadi mari kita tanyain aja. Nah, sepertinya nggak ada lagi yang bisa kita lihat. Oke.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy.
For a boy?
She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Okay.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Okay, looks convincing
I got the
juga.
impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Ya sih.
You know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Not personally. Jadi dia tahu ya, cuma di press kali ya, coba.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him.
Oh.
From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. We'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Oke. Ya, biasanya kalau kayak gini berarti dia logikanya dia bukan pelakunya kalau kayak gitu. Ada personal request kill him maksudnya apa? Get the guy. When bar visit by murder victim. Ya udah kita ke bar yuk. Apa?
You're behind the wheel.
Barang udah agak tua gitu. Cacatnya terkelupas. Tapi dalamnya berapa sih?
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Bunch of these guys ask around. But there's only one. Oh enggak, ada dua. Pak, Bapak pernah tahu, Pak?
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Okay. Ini mungkin.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn
dia yang punya
Summers
bukunya ini.
and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Okay.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Kelihatan ini enggak.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Okay.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Bukunya tadi ada nggak buku? Oh ya ada buku yang ada namanya kan. Saya kasih like aja.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You look down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Ya kalau dia nggak tahu nggak mungkin ada bukunya. Ya kan.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it.
Kok dari sini jadi
I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had
Tiernan?
booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Tiernan.
Thank you for the
Tiernan.
information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Tiernan. Ada lagi orangnya ya, nambah lagi. Let's see. Let's go to the bowling alley. Kita kayaknya nggak punya banyak ini lagi, tar. Kecuali ada orang satu lagi, kayaknya nggak. Ruangannya segini saja. Tuh, udah. Ada ini wine cellar kayaknya biasanya kalau gitu. Oke lah. Let's go.
You can drive.
Kalau dari Bahar ini dia malah nggak disukai itu. Penilor.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central.
Code 2.
11 King, enter out.
Ya, nantilah.
Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Kita kesana dulu aja. Oh, otomatis sini ternyata. Ya udahlah. Apa? Ada update tentang Black Dahlia kayaknya. Saya kemarin juga di tengah-tengah diinterupkan suruh pulang. Terus ada surat.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Oke, dan nggak salah kesini kan? Nah ini. Update on Black Dahlia. Ini ruang rahasianya soalnya ini. Nah.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
Oke. Ini cuma masalah waktu ini. Bentar lagi sampai benar-benar ada order dari si bapaknya biar ini.
Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Oke, Dan. Ini bagian detektif sih. Bagian yang investigasi jadi gini.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Oke. Oke. Kita ke tempat bowling dulu. Sesuai ininya. Kalau enggak saya mah begini, jangan-jangan si Black Dahlia-nya jadi dia tidak benar-benar turun, dia cuma jadi puppet master aja. Saya mau bunuh istri saya, terus kontak Black Dahlia nih, bunuhnya kayak gini aja gitu, kasih tanda gitu. Jadi dia kayak bosnya aja ngasih tahu, dia membuatkan rencana buat orang-orang yang mau ngebunuh. Kayak Moriarty. Jadi kita bener kalau ngepin si pelakunya yang ini gitu, bener. Tapi sebenarnya di belakang itu yang bikin skenario nya Black Dahlia, makanya dia nggak kena mulu. Oh, mana nggak ada strike dia, yang bajunya kuning. Oh iya strike.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter.
Oh, pinset.
One day he introduced
Pinset.
me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am.
Ya, yang
Let's go get him.
itu dia. Dia udah main lari aja. Itu dia.
When the hell is the food gonna arrive already?
Dia larinya gitu amat. Dia bener.
Tiernan?
Ya bener.
LAPD!
Ya bener. Go. Naik mobil. Ya, Allah naik mobil. Oke. This one too easy.
There.
Ya. Ngambil mobil yang ada, padahal nggak tahu ujinya ada atau enggak.
What are you waiting for? Get after him.
Bentar,
Might go
Pak.
faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Good one.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the
Tadi
need
bisa
to feel
ngedrift.
virile.
Tembak, Pak. Good.
You
Good.
gotta get me closer.
Kurang berat nih mobil.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do
Good.
they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Alah, nggak dabrak. Segera dia bakal nabrak sono.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Keras gitu mobilnya.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Hit him. Clean this asshole
Ya,
off the
halo.
road.
Malah saya yang nabrak pohon. Masuk taman ya. Wow. Wah, ih, ada mobil kalau nggak ada mah. Duh, untung lah berhenti dia. Tahu di sana mungkin ada lebih masih berada penjahat juga.
LAPD!
Dia lari, mungkin memang dia ada hubungannya tapi kita nggak tahu. Bungkus saya dulu ya. 2 udah dibungkus nih. Oke, kita dapat lokasi selanjutnya. Ini kita ke apartemen dulu. Mana mobil kita? Mobil apa? Unlock kalau kita pakai. Kecil ini kelihatannya mobilnya, mini sekali ini. Bener mobil berdua ini. 2 barang. Kalau ini kan 4.
You know the way. You can drive.
Itu yang bak kebuka juga itu kayaknya enak tuh. Bak kebuka lagi. Maksudnya yang ada atapnya. Let's see. Tah dia ada atau enggak? Kalau nggak ada mungkin dia ntar kita lihat dulu. McCaffrey 6.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Nomor 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 berarti di atas. Lima dan 6. Oh ini. Nih 6. Nggak ada.
Doesn't look like anybody.
Punten. Let's see what we got here. Pasti ada sih sesuatu yang akan berhubungan sama kasusnya, nggak mungkin nggak. Kalau nggak mungkin disuruh ke sini. Nggak bisa dibuka. Oke. Last Passion. Another book. Dia kayaknya memang senang baca buku ini. Minuman.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Taunya nemuin ya nanti apa? Sobekan suratnya. Bagus kalau nemu sobekan suratnya. I found another thing. Kenapa disimpan di sini? Saya sendiri tidak ngerti.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Dan ini diambil dari ini.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Diambil dari tempat bowling.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Down the hall and up the stairs. Okay.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Baju berdarah juga dan ini penceratnya gitu. Oke. Apa lagi? Oh ini dia bener baru ngomong potongan suratnya. Take long before you're healed and you can come home. I've put your things back into your old room with a lock on the door for your privacy. And you can come and go as you please. I will care for you and you can return to your normal life. I know your address has changed, so I cannot be sure this letter will find you. But I pray that it does, and that you consider what I've said.
According from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
I pray it does, and that you consider what I have said. I love you very much. And I pray, Rina, that you are safe, and that one day you will knock on my door, and the rift between us will be mended. With love and understanding, your mother, Alexis Summers. Ini ibu-ibunya udah 40 tahun, jadi malu sih kalau pulang. Si ya nggak apa-apa memang, cuman malu gitu. Jadi cukup wajar kalau dia nggak mau pulang. Naik ya dari sini. Thank you ya Bu. Tadi dia bisa ditanya lagi nggak? Nggak.
Talk to Grosvenor. I've got housework to do.
Okay. Then.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
Apa sih bapak ini? Something here. Oh ini dia. Oke, naik aja lah. Urus ini ya. Urus merpati ya.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Running up a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Ya, turunlah Pak. Tahu naik mobil ya. Lu tinggal tekan S doang beres itu. Pak, lama itu lihat dia naik mobilnya belum. Jangan masih turun tangga lagi.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Oke, jadi ada 3 silent suspicious ya. Kita milih 1 dari 3 ini.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
There he is, officer.
Bisa bantuin aja nggak teriak-teriak gitu. Masuk.
Give it up, LAPD.
Go. Okay.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Yes, arrest on suspicion.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be the captain. Unless Tiernan set him up. Don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. It wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
It wasn't that Dahlia.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dog?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Oh enggak ya? 2 ya belakangnya ya? pelakunya dua. Bukan pelakunya dua, suspeknya dua maksudnya. Oke.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, Jeff?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan is in one, McCaffrey is in two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Oke.
You got a steak ad down
Satu dulu aja.
later tonight.
Apa? Sehat, Pak. Diem aja dia.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Well, dia kelihatan cukup pede kalau dari ininya malah
Can
sih.
you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
I barely knew ya, coba. Ada yang ini ke dia. Oh iya ini sih ini. Iya.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Dari suspek satu lagi ini.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Ya, kalau itu mah.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
You're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
She wants something. Nah, ini nggak di truk nggak akan keluar nih.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but you know, I'm not so sure.
Okay, coba
You and
alibinya.
Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
You don't remember? Tak ada yang bisa bikin dia ini nggak? Phone ring. Store owner of survive victim by the week for. Oh iya benar. For a boy. Ini kan boy yang masih muda ini.
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. You fought, and
I'm not lying. She got up and left. That was it.
Oke, kalau gitu.
she left, but she came back. She brought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. She
Okay.
won't stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. Kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Terus?
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
Oh.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Jadi bisa dibilang yang at least di jam-jam terakhir paling dekat. Let's go ke 2. Halo.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us. You guys got somewhere you need to be? You're ruining the ambiance.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Udah jelas dia bohong, cuman kalau misalnya bohong dia pakai apa gitu nih ininya. Handbag question natural atau natural process. Victim. Tentu saja dia ini nggak bener, cuman saya kasih lie atau saya kasih dub. Kalau lie kasih apa gitu. Missing ring, fragrancy, time of the lipstick, book, liquor, purchase, last scene, paling ini. Tapi ini kan kita nggak tahu disobeknya kapan. Later the Evelyn piece found in possession of victim. Dab ya mikirnya.
Haven't you got parking tickets to hand out?
Dab ya. Soalnya kalau lie kasih apa? Ini memang menghubungkan si korban dengan bapak ini. Tapi kita tidak tahu disobeknya kapan. Ya udahlah, nggak apa-apa.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
Dia harus delay, tapi
I was having a
nggak tahu yang mana itu.
meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the 5th columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. Your funeral.
Okay.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Iya sih. Kasih ini cuma ya.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
I wanted. Ya, kalau masalah I want. Ini sih ada.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Oh iya. Kita cari info dulu.
You got a stake ad down on 2nd later tonight.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
Si ini memang udah pernah masuk penjara
How can I
sebelumnya.
help, detective?
Makanya kalau
I
dibilang
need the
jadi
jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Okay.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad.
Red Squad.
Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
Oke.
Vice boys get inside.
Condong ke sini kalau gitu. Kalau kayak gini. Ya kan ada record juga sih, satu ada record, satu lagi belum gitu ya. Coba.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things.
Oh yeah.
All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Oke.
You're lying,
Ya,
McCaffrey.
ini gampang ini.
You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Saya pilih dia sebagai suspek, sebagai pelakunya. Yang satu lagi ya, dia mungkin yang paling dekat. Dia yang paling dekat. Kalau dengan yang satu lagi cuma ya kebetulan ada di waktu yang sangat-sangat dekat aja dengan kematiannya. Tapi enggak gitu ya, takut. Tapi kalau ini ya karena dicolong bukunya gitu ya.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Oke. Saya nggak ngeliat ada perubahan wajah tapi ya. CC damage-nya itu segitu. Question saya salah satu bintang 5. Tahu pengen tinggi berapa bintang 6? Tapi enggak ya. Another cutscene. Let's see.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Quartermoon murder.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
else but the killer
Can't be
knew
the
about this
find me
message.
where I hid myself. Percy by Shelley. The voice, why a voice? To suffer woes,
which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
To defy power which seems unimportant, to love and bear to hope till hope creates from his own wreck the things contemplates, neither to change, nor falter, nor repent. This, like thy glory, Titan, is to be good, great, and joyous, beautiful and free. This is alone life, joy, empire, and victory. But how about this? Looking in wonder
Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
up to the heaven, while yet the music pealed along, I hid myself within a fountain in the public square, where I lay like the flecks of the moon seen in a wave under green leaf. Within the fountain in the public square. Fountain in the public square. Kita ke sana
Note
sepertinya.
from Dahlia Maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrellson.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed to... What does he want it
Where are
to...
you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A story with 2 meanings. Symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain? Thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Oke, sebetulnya kita benar-benar bakal nginiin. Kita bakal berurusan sama Mas BD. Nggak ngebuka dong pintunya. Mana exitnya? Oh ini. Karena kita punya tujuan, nggak jauh ini. Oh, mana sih? Nggak ada street crime. Tumben nggak ada street crime. Ayo udahlah. Apa? Mana dia?
Can you drive to this one?
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not gonna take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
Nah, Pershing Square. In the fountain. Ini fountainnya ada. Berarti di sini ada sesuatu.
Rather you than me, Phelps. You know,
Right.
the local hobos use that as a latrine.
Elizabeth Short. Betty Short. Black Dahlia.
Ini yang di kasus sebelumnya sih sepeda nih. Let's see. There is a cave all overgrown with trailing odorous plants.
All overgrown with trailing odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
With leaves and flowers, and paved with veined emerald, and a fountain leaps in the mist with an awakening sound. From its curved roof The mountains frozen tears like snow or silver, or long diamond spires, hang downward, draining forth a doubtful light. In the mist with an awakening sun.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out?
Ya, petunjuk yang hilang
Got a city map?
dibawa sama ini.
See if you can work out.
Ya, public library better. Oh, difficult. Hidden. Christ, crown of thorns. A stick of tar pits. County Art Museum. Hidden vehicle lagi. Ini apa? Wheelchair. Oh, beda ini. Hidden vehicle, hidden. Terus kok yang tadi kita unlock ya. Street crime. Hidden vehicle. Public library. Dan semua itu ada okay.
I don't like this freak leading us around.
The process referred landmarks around the city. Use the main map to study landmarks and set the destination. Oke. Sini mobilnya. Oke. Gak ada, cuma satu. Clue. Break the letter first extract, second extract. Cave all overgrown with trailing odorous plants. Trailing odorous plants which curtain out the day with leaves and flowers and paved with vine emerald, and a fountain leaps in the mist with an awakening sun. From this curved roof, the mountains frozen tears like snow or silver along the span hang down but training for the doubtful light. Itu punya nggak ada ini ya, nggak ada mana aja sih itu ininya. Coba Country Art Museum overground. Ini mungkin sih. Hidden vehicle, tar pit, hidden vehicle, town, public library, hidden vehicle lagi, Central Hall of Record, Skylight Sunfield, hanging. Channel ya, kalau yang hangingnya mesin channel layar, jangan ke situ. Coba. Cave overgrown, cave. Kayaknya bukan literally gua, cuma berarti kita masuk ke sesuatu yang ini. Overgrown with trailing odorous plants. Curtain, the curtainnya, the day with leaves and flower, and paved with vine emerald. Fountain leaves in the mist with an awakening sound. Curved roof, fountains frozen tears like snow along the hang downward raining for the double. Hang down. Iya. Kan ada ininya ya tadi, kan ada. Nah ini yang kita foto, terus kita bilang banyak rekaman yang ininya hilang kan. Let's go.
You can drive.
Him. It's really him. The fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citation. What a day to be a cop. Pencil pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Oke. Ini kita naik sampai chandelier ya, sampai gantungan itunya. Coba. Nah.
Can I help you, sir?
Skill tuh kan bener naik ke chandelier.
This is very important, sir.
How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Oke, thank you. Dia sudah ada di atas sini gitu ya. Somehow nggak ada yang tahu. Dan dia udah naruh barang. Mana ini maintenance roomnya? Oh itu. Bukan pintu ini, sebelahnya mungkin. There we go. Maintenance. Tangga. Dia naik ke sini juga. Iya, there's something there.
Going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
Aish. Seremnya. Loh. Gimana ini? Gimana menyeimbangkan ini? Oke, good. Ini dia. Jam punya ibu itu. Ya, jamnya nggak ada kan, dan kita nggak nemu jamnya sampai kasusnya selesai. Ternyata dia yang ngambil. For temples high of a man's ear.
High of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and posy. Where have I seen that?
Where science bedwent his daedal wing. Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ, open off that goddamn thing. Find a rope, Rusty. There isn't time. Get to swing that thing from side to side.
Ya, bentar. Ini mau nggak? Bentar. Ini mau loncat sih ya, bentar. Dia ringan ini. There we go. Serem. Well, that was unfortunate.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Dah ya tinggalin ya.
No, a yellow gold wristwatch.
A Molder dame.
Yes, and a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
The Shepherd's Third. Let's see. Oh, jangan buka dulu, baca dulu. For temple high of man's ear and eye, roof over sculpture and posy. Ini kayaknya temples high, jadi mungkin sebuah bangunan yang ininya tinggi, roof over sculpture and posy itu ya. Sama, from the murmurings of the unsealed springs will science bedew his daedal wing. Science, tempat yang bobo science. Bedway building, angel's flight. Doesn't look like it. Intolerant set. Hidden fickle. Thorns, blah blah blah. Hidden fickle juga. Hidden. Country Art Museum. Westlake Tar Pits. Indonesia Intolerant set. LA Public Library, Bedroom Cost. Oh iya, ini ada ininya tinggi kan, roof over with a mosaic pyramid and sculpture. Let's see. Apa?
You're behind the wheel.
Gak ada mobil yang rada bagusan gitu.
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. Got you now, genius. Coming for you.
Dulu jauh amat. Ya. Nah, dia ngomongnya tinggi, berarti kita harus naik ini kalau kayak gini. Harus naik ke library-nya. Nggak ada jalan dalam. Tuh naik lihat pipa ini. Dan make the
pulling rank here, Cole. Not hauling myself up there. Go get the tiger.
slow me
Tua
down
emangnya.
anyway, old timer.
Slow me down anyway. Ya sih lama deh dia. Let's see, naik sini mungkin. Ya bisa. Yep, sama dia juga masuk ke sini dan nggak ada yang tahu ya. Ah, ini tangga. Nih. Iya. Saya udah mencet D loh, tapi dia masih biar dia miring kanan tuh. Oke. Kayak nggak boleh sambil jalan ya. Oke lah, naiklah. Loncat. There we go. Loncat lagi. Good. Mana naik? Saya mikir loncat tadi. Ya, ada akses jalannya ke sini jadi why not? Oke. This looks dangerous. Good, ya.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Turun lagi dikit sampai ada tangga. Oh. Iya, ada naikkan lagi. Oh. Where? Oh, ini ada tangga. Tangganya itu dong. Patah dong, udah berapa tahun ya di sini? Di sini kayaknya udah bisa naik lagi. Mungkin kalau dia bisa naik lagi dia bakal naik. Oh itu dia. Enggak. Ah ini.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Necklace.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin.
The wrecks beside of many of the city. The wrecks beside of many city vast, whose population which the earth grew over was mortal, but not human. See, they lie, their monstrous works and uncut skeletons, their statues, home and fanes. Prodigious sage had in grey annihilation, split gem in the heart, black deep. Black deep. Itu kan. Jangan bilang kita harus pulang lagi. Oke, good. Bagus, dipotong.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. And this gets out?
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. You must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
Kalau dari ininya ada item-itemnya black itu tadi saya ngelihat ada satu tempat yang black tar apalah itu ini belah sini kalau nggak salah. Ini nih Westlake carpet kayaknya sih ini. Udah, let's go pak. Betul ini sini kok saya nggak ingat. Alah, larilah.
Top of my class back east. Now I'm waiting table.
Let's see, mungkin
You can drive.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
Brown Derby, American Legion Stadium. Wow, tempat gimana ceritanya bisa kayak gini kayaknya? Kan di sana mah kalau mereka nemu minyak, walaupun di situ tengah-tengah civilization, mereka bakal bikin. Bahkan ada yang sampai di sekolah di hide pakai tower apa gitu kan, tower air katanya, padahal bukan, itu pompa minyak itu. Oke. How do we pass this?
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Bob. Kita bakal berkotor-kotor sepertinya ini. Tapi ada bajunya sih. Nah.
Very funny.
Reach the island. Move quickly between safe platforms.
Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other faucets?
Oh shoot, seremnya. Kelihatan sih ini ada kayak jembatannya. Kita tinggal ngelewatin aja.
Anyway, stakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Seremnya tempat belok.
How you doing out there?
Good.
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing.
Tuh kelihatan deh. Kalau nggak kelihatan bingung juga deh.
Whoa.
Balik lagi.
That's at the
Well.
forefront of my thinking.
Saya juga tidak mau, Pak. Ini dia.
Easy.
Dulunya taman atau apa gitu. Masalah apa? Nah, nanti diganti. Oh. Ganti.
Ini 146.
Where? Oh ini dia. Sepatu. Sepatu punya ibu siapa namanya? Tuh, favorite.
One of Teresa Terrellson's shoes. A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
And from the other opening in the wood rush with loud and whirling harmony, a spear which is as many thousand spears, solid as crystal, yet through all its mass, flow as through empty space, music and light. Spear, bulat. Bulat, saya lihat ada yang bulat, ada yang ada taman kayak labir, taman yang kayak labirin itu. Tentunya kita harus balik lagi.
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe and another stanza from the poem.
Itu ada
I really
perahu.
thought that hobo bum did the Terrellson broad.
Confession from the insane
Ya,
are the most credible.
dia yakin bakal ditemukan ini.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run around all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
Kalau ada perahu ngapain saya harus ganti-ganti celana segala mah sepatu yang ini. Kalau ada yang kayak gitu bapak ini lucu aja. Let's see, mana tadi yang ada ini. Ini dia baru ngomong ini bulatan ini tadi. Country Art Museum. Mana mobil? Cuma satu doang, ya udah sih. Siapa juga yang mau datang berkunjung ke ini? Ada ini sih, jadi penasaran pasti gara-gara ini. Ya, kalangan dong. Nggak bisa lihat, nggak bisa baca ini. Nggak kebaca. Sedikit kebaca tapi ya.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Nah, ini ya, yang penting dia yang gawe.
So this guy
Masa
looks
ini
out
semua?
for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
Ini banget berarti. Emang profesional jatuhnya. Asumsi saya di spear-nya itu, di dekat bola dunianya itu, dan ini kita bakal lewat ini, bakal lewat labirin dulu. Tuh, ada. Dah, sorry. Ya, let's go.
On it goes.
When do you think we'll reach the end of this?
Straight to maze, oke. Halo Arganta Pirsa. Nah, masih ada ininya. Ini seru kok ini. Walaupun nontonnya nggak live pun ini seru. Mapnya ada sih, ya kita tinggal ngikutin aja. This way katanya. Jadi pas masuk mapnya hilang.
No, I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I'm gonna wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
Zaman sekarang buka HP bener mapnya dihilangin. Oke. Biasanya rule of thumb kalau gini mah ya, saya pilihlah satu dinding, saya ke dinding kiri, tempelin aja dinding kiri juga nyampe. Ini udah masih buntu sih saya udah tahu itu buntu. Langsung saya di tengah dan ini ada suara di headset, suaranya belah kanan. Jadi dia ada di kanan ini. Kalau saya putar ke sini sih suaranya pindah ke kiri. Jadi kalau kita ngikutin suara ininya kayaknya nyampe sih. Ngikutin suara ininya aja. Oke. Depan suaranya, kan? Ya benar, depan. Sini berarti. Antara sini atau yang kiri atau yang kanan. Ini menjauh ini. Sudah ke arah yang benar. Cek yang satu dulu ya, satu lagi. Cek jalan satu lagi. Soalnya balik dinding ini nih. Kayaknya nggak jauh, ha. Oke. Nah, pilih aja satu kalau udah kayak gini. Kalau ini malah balik lagi, benar kiri. Should be run here. Saya lihat ke ini juga aja. Lihat ke OBS. Di OBS kan kita tahu suaranya datang dari kiri atau dari kanan. Jadi kalau misalnya rada susah di ini, saya tinggal lihat OBS. Enggak, ini menjauh ini. Paling ini. Well, saya baik lagi nih kalau udah kayak gini. Yap. Berarti ada satu sisi lagi kayaknya. Di balik ini. Ada jalan lagi ini. Ini buntu juga soalnya. Harusnya ada satu sisi jalan. Oke, good. Beneran tadi saya malah balik lagi udah tadi. Cincin. Oh, ini cincin yang oh bukan yang Ruby yang punya ibu. Ya, yang kemarin ini.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
Garnet ringnya. Next clue. Let's see.
Thrones, altars, judgment seats, prisons. No, it couldn't be.
Wherein and beside which by wretched men were born sceptres and tiaras, swords and chains, and tomes of risen to wrong, glows by ignorance, were like those monstrous and barbaric shape, and the ghosts of a no more remember their fame, which from their unworn relics look forth. Oh. Which men were born such tiara. So, ini kayak zamannya apa set itu ya, set yang waktu akhir case yang kita mau naik pangkat itu, yang apa sih settingan buat ini doang. Nah ini keyboard nah ini jangan coba apa kita bisa pulang, ternyata nggak bisa pulang lagi manual. Oh ya, untungnya auto. Udah malam.
I found Celine Henry's ring. How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
Intolerance set. Nah, bisa for the section. Okay. Ya Pak, itu saya Pak. Ngomongnya gitu ya, kamu yang ada di koran ya. Oke lah. Kayak bukan sih set ini. Set yang kita waktu itu sampai berantem. Apa?
He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
The Titan guy, who had the stoush with God.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guide. You sleep better at night.
Kok dari ini berarti mungkin 1 atau 2 lagi nih baru ke tempat ini. Movie set 7.30. Well,
there's a throne up there.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
Ada tangga sih. At least setengah jalannya ke tangga. Mana tangganya? Oh ini. Set udah mau hancur sebenarnya kan, kemarin juga kita pas berantem di sini sebagian runtuh, pilar-pilarnya udah runtuh ya karena memang set doang sih, set buat film jadi nggak dibikin kuat, tapi udah itu selesai jadi tinggalin. Gara-gara World War II jadi ini sama Great Depression jadi nggak diurus lagi. Oh shit.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on.
Tar, ada orang. Paket saya. Dan si valve-nya dibiarin mau jatuh gitu ya. Tuh. Gak usah kira cek ke sana. Teriaknya kayak teriak Frodo ya. Saya baru sadar.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Oh shit. Cepetan pak, serem pak ini.
You gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Tuh. Nice. Tidak ikut bapak ya, cuma gitu doang, udah aja. Kalau gitu kita kenapa tidak jalan lewat sini saja, si bapak itu udah di situ. Lucu amat, suruh turun. Sepertinya suruh turun. Mana tronnya? Udah situ ya? Ada. Oh ini ternyata ini. Yang benar.
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers.
Ya, yang punya Evelyn yang tadi baru kita kerjain.
Place he calls home. End of the line.
Remit the anguish of that light stare. Close those one lips. Let that torn, wounded brow stream not with blood. It mingles with thy tears. Fix those tortured orbs in a peace and death. So they seek a throw shake and not that crucifix. So those pale fingers play not with thy gore. Oh horrible, thy name I will not speak. It hath become a curse. I see. The wise, the mild, lofty and the just, whom thy slave hates for being like to thee. Some hunt by full lies from their heart's home, an early chosen, late lament home. Kan ada crucifixnya doang, mungkin gerejanya. Oh shoot, ini rusak juga. Go pak. Waduh, ngapain juga dia dari sini? Pas dianya lewat gak ini? Pas si pelakunya lewat nih, dia santai-santai aja. Aman. Okay.
I thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on him.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
You find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out.
Map, tolong. Gereja, Christ ini. Oh iya, cuma satu, udah nggak ada lagi. Dan vehicle juga, ya udahlah, let's go.
Can you drive to this one?
Nah. Medan Church and Prestery 734. Dia ada di sini. Lampunya nyala soalnya. Sampai 20 case gini terus, mungkin nanti beda lagi sih. Mungkin nanti beda. Ini mungkin satu arc nih, satu cerita besar. Nanti yang lain juga kayak gitu. Mungkin. Let's see. Can we open? Karena kayak lilin kan cuma nyala beberapa jam, nggak sampai berbulan-bulan. Jadi dia ada di sini. Kita boleh nembak. Dia udah ngeluarin senjata. Yang pertama kan itu terakhirnya mafia tuh, berantem ya. Ini kayaknya kasus ini.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
Garrett Mason. Let's go. Gue pengen ke dalam sini.
Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house.
Antara katakum. Oke. Taunya banyak ininya, banyak trapnya ini. Pelan-pelan.
LAPD, give yourself up.
Punten. Punten dia udah nendang aja kalah. Ada jalan masuknya sepertinya. Jadi kata area 7 saya. Somehow. Tapi ini game jauh sebelum. Woi. Oh. Terus.
You realize this must have been the place, Rusty.
Oke. Apa tadi? That's not a good sign. Ah. Apa?
It's the basis for all his riddles. Prometheus defied the cruel gods. This guy thinks he's doing the same thing.
Defying gods can be hazardous to your health.
Ada lubang.
We're going down there.
Ya, where do you think we're going? Kemana lagi?
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
Oh, ini juga ada di sini. Wah, kaget, Pak.
If we can bring him in alive, there's enough physical evidence for an airtight case.
You heard him, Cole. He's fucking nuts. What are the chances of hauling him out of here alive?
Nggak tahu kalau kita tembak kakinya mungkin bisa, tapi entahlah. Kita turun. Ser. Enggak. Sana kan, sini mah nggak ada jalan. Ush.
You're an interesting man, detective.
Dia udah jalan.
Why the police force?
Ceasefire immediately.
Dia nggak nolak itu di jalan.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption?
Di jalan.
Do you think we have something in common?
Au. Shotgun dong. Kasih orang udah mati itu, dan nembus 3 itu channelnya.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Are you acquainted with Slaughter? And he felt
Loh.
he understood how.
Apa ini? Oh, cuma ini aja. Nggak takut sih. Akhirnya kelar, kelihatannya kelar.
Are you comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable?
Halo, sehat? Oh, nggak ada. Sini berarti. Lihat, lukanya udah sembuh. Nggak ada suaranya. Ini kalau ada ujungnya, dia pengen sampai pojok ini. Oke, tapi keluar hantam mati ya saya langsung.
Surrender now or I will use deadly force.
Oh ini nyala soalnya lilinnya. Saya asumsi ke arah lilin yang nyala ya sih. Awas. Oh shoot. Gak gitu mas, gak gitu mas. Untungnya sama. Kita tunggu dia keluar dulu. Apakah dia bakal keluar? There we go. Dapat. Got him.
Where's the press, Cap?
What's the
I
press?
think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
Are you finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both, but there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's going to happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
Yeah, politik.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we have to play it.
That's it?
I'm afraid it is. And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go through the glory bores of advice when my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.
Ya cuma gara-gara dia orang dekatnya ini ya politik, jadi ya no mention. Jadi Black Dahlia-nya adalah ini yang penting, jadi udah ya gitu ya. Kayak memang kalau real life-nya begitu sih, politik jadinya. Sebagian orang memang sebagian orang-orang yang harusnya ada di penjara itu nggak di penjara gara-gara dia penting. Jadi untuk realisme sebenarnya ini bagus sebenarnya realismenya. Kesel memang, tapi memang begini yang terjadi aslinya. Kasian lagi.
Breathe out, kid. You'll go purple.
I'm scared, Sarge. Everybody's scared, kid. Anyone who says he isn't is a damn liar. How many times have you been in combat, Sarge? I was with Raider Battalion on Peleliu my first time. Was it bad? It's always bad. Will this be bad? As bad as it gets, kid. But you stick by the Marine next to you, and he will stick by you. So, some of the guys, they aren't very friendly, Sarge. They've lost a lot of their friends in the last couple of days, kid. They think if they don't get to know you, that they won't have to grieve for you if you get killed. They're wrong. It doesn't work that way. Don't worry. No Marine in this company will let you down.
Ya, jadi itu kehidupan ini ya, Black Caesar. Ya kita naik ke Vice ini, cuman ini kita kerjain besok ya seperti biasa. Sepertinya ya kita dikasih tahu kita naik ini gitu ya. Intinya mas segini aja dulu, cuman mari kita ngobrol dulu kan ada ini ya. Saya nggak akan kaget kalau nanti di ending ya kita nanti berurusan sama si bos ini juga ujung-ujungnya gitu, atau mungkin kita bakal ngelawan orang yang penting, atau mungkin kita ujung-ujungnya mati gara-gara ya gitulah, kita mau ngebongkar sesuatu ujungnya mati gitu. Jadi untuk realism ya aslinya juga kayak gitu, banyak orang yang harusnya di penjara tapi nggak bisa karena nanti drama, nanti apa gitu. Jadi ya gitulah, entah itu polisi kotor atau penjahat yang bersih, dua-duanya. Tapi ya so far saya suka ceritanya. Jadi kita bukan meskipun kitanya berusaha bersih, kalau sistemnya tidak ya nggak bisa, itu susah gitu ya. Anyway, kita naik ke Vice, jadi mungkin kasusnya bakal ada lebih ini lagi, bakal lebih sulit atau mungkin lebih panjang. Itu kan pembunuhan. Terus sudah sekarang Vice mungkin udah yang besar-besar, alurnya kelihatan ya. Jadi kalau kasus yang udah besar biasanya mungkin kita udah mulai ngusus korupsi, mungkin yang gitu-gitu mungkin ya, tapi saya juga nggak tahu korupsi atau apa gitu. Pokoknya saya mikir mungkin konspirasi atau mungkin kita bakal terjun terus urusan sama mafia. Kalau udah gede-gede mah kan udah Vice tuh, udah kasarnya levelnya udah tinggi lah gitu ya, sudah tidak di kasus rumahan lagi, udah nggak ke jalanan, sudah nggak ke rumahan, berarti mungkin sekarang yang besar-besar ya. Saya mikir itu korupsi lah, mungkin korupsi atau mungkin narkoba atau mafia atau mungkin tiga-tiganya, karena biasanya mereka bertiga dekat. Anyway, thank you. Udah ini, untung pas hari Minggu, karena besok kita nggak stream ini ya, besok kita ngobrol-ngobrol aja. Jadi ceritanya cukup nutup di sini. Jadi untuk arc 1 kita udah urusan dengan mafia sebenarnya di arc 1, cuman masih tembak-tembakannya saja. Kita belum ngomong sama higher ups-nya gitu, sama orang-orang beneran dalam mafianya belum. Di sini kayaknya dia baru ini. Ya, jadi sini pas selesai Black Dahlia sudah ke jawab, cuman tidak ada publikasinya sama sekali. Nggak bisa. Anyway, makasih nonton. Tunggu lagi nanti hari Selasa kalau Noire. Besok kita ngobrol aja. Tergantung nanti ada apa ngobrolnya. lihat-lihat ini aja. Kalau misalnya ada yang ditanyakan juga nanti sana boleh ya di hari Senin, karena dia 100% bebas di situ. Dan nanti saya mau nyoba lagi nyalain media share pas hari Senin. Jadi kalau ada misalnya yang mau share video dan rada maksa pakai media share gini ya ngirimnya. Oke. Itu biasa video ini sponsor dari para member. Ali Tomcat, Aiden, Dead Saiful, Kala Panda, Faris, Christopher, Raffi Ramadan, Azim Ai, Hani Hadi. Ya. Gitu aja. Lagunya Shingeki no Kyojin opening 1 Gurren no Yumiya. Silakan linknya kalau ini, kalau nggak salah ini Rehan yang request, dan requestan sudah habis yang buat Selasa Rabu, yang buat non Senin Kamis itu sudah ini. Jadi silakan kalau mau di komen ya. Yuk, thank you. Di Twitch ada Makoa sama Hanami. Di YouTube ada Rehan, ada Chris Richard, ada Faris, ada Rael, tadi sempat ada Jovi juga, sempat ada Sakulich, siapa lagi ya? Kayaknya ada lagi tadi, Aktub juga. Dan ada beberapa message yang nggak bisa saya klik tampilkan karena belum ada mod. Nanti mungkin yang hari Senin saya cari mod deh, cari mod tambahan yang bisa nggak proof message di sini. Oke. Gitu aja. Makasih dan nonton sekali lagi. Dadah. Nikmati lagunya. Kalau nggak salah dari take 7 dia mulainya.